I have recently moved. A few months ago, after getting laid off from my last job, I got another job offer that I could not refuse. There's just one problem. I have to move from the West Coast all the way to the Midwest of America. That means leaving behind all my friends and family. As a result, well, I'm pretty lonely, and I especially miss playing card games with my friends every time we hang out. We really love to play this Vietnamese card game known as 13. Thankfully, there's this invention called the internet that allows me to play video games with my friend without actually being there. I'm sure someone have made a version of 13 before and uploaded it to the internet. So, let's take a look. How about I just search for 13 card game? Sure, I'll get a bunch of shit. I got a bunch of shit. Jesus Christ, a little fucking mad. What the fuck? I can't see a picture of what it looked like. Pig Hunter? You guys just find these. They're everywhere. You can find all sort of random dumb shit on here. Fire fun! Ain't no way! Who rated this? One rating. Oh, that's rough. The dead mom? Possible. Well, that was depressing. Luckily, I'm a programmer. And in the words of Thanos,
I'll do it myself.
to start, we first need to break down the rules of the game to better understand how to tackle this. You can also skip to the timestamp on the screen here if you just want to get to the coding part. The rules are simple. The game involves 52 cards divided equally among 4 people, or just 13 cards per person, hence the name. No Joker card in this deck. The game starts with the player who has the lowest card, the 3 of spades. Every player gets a turn to play their cards during the round and it ends whenever everyone has passed, of which the last person to have played their cards get a free turn that will determine the rule of the next round. The game ends when one player has played all their cards. Each round of cards being played can have these sets of rules. It can be single, double, triple, straight, or bomb. Single is that you can probably guess, 1 singular card. Double, 2 card, and triple is 3. A straight is a chain of consecutive cards with a minimum of 3 cards but cannot contain any 2. Lastly, the only set that can be the 2 is a bomb. A bomb can be a 4 of a kind, a double straight, and a triple straight. Bombs can be played during any round, regardless of that round's rule, as long as it's played on top of a 2. Cards rank from 3 to 2 go on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace, and 2. And suits rank from the lowest to highest as Spade, Club, Diamond, and Heart. If the cards played have the same face value, like a 3 and another 3, then they are compared by their suit. Anyway, let's not waste more time and get started with this project. Starting out, I need the player script. The script will sit on the player prefab and will hold the player's data, such as the dealt hand, what cards they have selected, and if they have played all their cards. The script will also have a lot of important functions to let the player interact with the cards as well, such as add card and remove card, which are pretty self-explanatory. Sort hand, which is probably the most complicated one here. It sorts the hand of the players from lowest to highest, not just by their value, but also how they display on screen. Since there's one script for every player, it becomes a bit of a problem as I had to take into account the player's orientation. What I ultimately did was that I sorted the list of cards the player had and set their respective sprite sorting order in the correct orders first. Then I determined if I have an odd or even number of cards by using the modulus function. Finally, the script determines the position of the cards based on the position of it in the hand compared to the middle card. Ultimately, I got something like this just to sort the player's hand. It's a bit of a mess. I also got started on the functions that were responsible for verifying the cards being played as valid or invalid. I decided to put these functions on the player script as well as the player's hands already stored there. The functions implementation are very simple right now, but unfortunately without any player input implemented yet, I can't quite test it out, so that will be something for future me to do. Anyway, to manage the players, I've made a player manager script that is the middleman between anything that wants to interact with the players. This includes when the card manager wants to give the players their cards, or the game manager that hold a core game loop which check if any player has finished yet. Speaking of the game manager, I kept the core game loop very simple for now because I can't play it yet. since there's no player input. Currently, the game manager tells the game when it should start dealing the cards, and it's checked to see if the game finishes by seeing if any player has played all their cards. And then it just say add new game in the debugger. With all that said and done, I got a few somewhat working systems that work together fairly nicely. I think. There's no way for me to test it, so I don't know where to know for sure. But that is a problem for the next time. If you watched this video all the way to the end, thank you. That means a lot to me. You might have already caught it, but if you want to see me develop this game live, I stream it on Wednesday and Friday on twitch.tv/blue_gulu from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Central Time. Otherwise, get subscribed if you haven't already to get update on when I upload the next devlog. Leave a like if you have played 13 before, and leave a comment on anything you find interesting. With that said, I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.